What's up, everyone? It's been about a month since I last uploaded. I've been meaning to upload a little more here, but the holidays and everything, it was got had a cold and wanted to get that out of the way, and then just all this other stuff happened. But anyways, value in a game. Now, this was something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, just haven't had the right day and time to do it. And also sometimes I haven't just felt like doing it. There was a conversation I was having with a buddy of mine, and we were talking about how value in games is kind of like an underrated, kind of an overlooked feature in these games today, because back when they had like the sales for back when they had the sales on PSN last month, they had like Persona 5, they had God of War, and I of course, went with, Persona 5 automatically is the best game on this list, simply not only because it's Persona and I love Persona, but it outvalues God of War. No matter how the reviews are for God of War, I always like to go with value over ratings or anything, because if I can get 50, 60 plus hours in one game and maybe finish God of War within 10 to 15 hours and be done with it, well, then I probably made the worst decision. Now, if I enjoyed myself in that 10 hours or 15 hours, however long it is, that's great. But I also like to play these games a long time. I don't want to just you know, be done with them and never play them again. That's why I don't ever like to get the Telltale games, because there's no value in them. You play through them once and you'll never play through again. You'll get all the trophies, you'll get all the achievements, and there's nothing left after you finished it. Like, you can't play it through differently. I mean, you have different decisions, but the outcome's the same every single time. There's no really right reason to play through it again, unless if you like to watch movies, because I like to watch I'd like to watch Pulp Fiction here and there, and I love that movie, and I still can watch that movie and still get good value and watched it tons and tons of times. But it's different when you're playing a game, because that game is slow and those games are slow pace and everything. But anyways, Persona 5, still playing through Persona 5, and it's got a ton of value. Almost 60 hours in, and I'm still playing through it, and I'm still enjoying myself 60 hours in. God of War, I would have already been done and beaten by now, probably even uninstalled. Now, that doesn't make it a bad game, because it's not. I mean, I love, as much as I love the Uncharted games are also somewhat short, except for maybe Uncharted 4. Uncharted 1 was very short, and I got tons of value in that game because I loved the game and I loved playing through it. It was super fun. Like, exploring the environments was fun. I've played that game through so much that I know where every enemy spawns, and how you take them down and where you cover, and I actually, but by the way, I'm going to do a live stream of Uncharted 1 on hard, on not the hardest difficulty, but on hard. I was supposed to do it like last week or whatever. And then I got a cold and I didn't feel like playing, and that got caught up in that. So I was actually gonna pick that up probably sometime to this week for sure, and that should be fun. So tune in for that. But anyways, uh, I feel like value is most important now. The older I get, I'm just like, I just want something that I'm gonna be playing for a while, and there are some games too where you get that you see on sale that's for like $2. For me, at that point, it doesn't matter how long the game is. If it's $2, I definitely won't. I definitely want to get it regardless. $2 is $2. I gotta get this game for $2, you know. But I mean, hey, you want to talk about the greatest value bin ever? The greatest value ever. I got All Pro Football for like $2, and I have like 1,000 hours in that game because I've still played it. I still play it to this day, all these years later. That's pretty fascinating. You know, but like I said, Uncharted is a short game, but yet I still enjoy it. I still got good value out of that because I've played through those games so many times. And I guess it just depends on what your way of value is. I mean, I just said about God of War how I could be done and beat it. I feel like you really have to love God of War to have that value and maybe play it over and over again and not be bored. And not be like, you know, be bored of like the walking simulator-esque parts of God of War. You know, I personally think that the other God of War games are better when you play them through a second time because, you know, you may learn how the combat is, you know, you may have learned the combat better and take down certain enemies better and stuff like that. You could say the same thing for this God of War game, the new God of War game. But, by the way, I still have not played the new God of War. I do want to eventually. But to me, you know, Red Dead was more important to me than playing through God of War. Now, to Red Dead, that game, I feel like wins Game of the Year simply on value because that game was had to have been like 60 hours, you know, 50, 60 hours just on story alone and just on doing like stranger missions alone. And that's not even including multiplayer because people can find even more quality out of the, even more length out of the multiplayer. You can find length out of just doing side stuff like going to the campsites and just, you know, getting random encounters. I mean, getting random encounters in Red Dead is some of the most lifelike and most enjoyable things in open world games. I mean, it's like just getting random encounters, just making it feel like it's you're really there in a game. You know, like the value is just value means everything. That's really what I'm getting at. Like that's what this point of the video is value means everything. And I've past couple years, like lately, it's just like that's what it's came down to is value. You know, if I get this game, am I gonna be playing it for a long time? Rainbow Six Siege, great value because you get a lot of gameplay, you get a lot of content. Well, it depends. I mean, if you get like the base version, which is like, you know, you get all the base operators, but you don't get all the DLC operators, which is the, you know, not the best ones but like you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta grind 30 hours just to get one operator, you know, and that's really frustrating. That, you know, that's not really fun. But if you want everything, you know, it gives you, you know, you can definitely pay that $30 fee or whatever that to unlock all that stuff. But all that aside, you know, I feel like the most things people should do is look at value. That's the first thing that we should look at the most, because that's I think the most important feature, the most important thing in buying a game is value and length and all that stuff. So you know that's really all what this videos is for, really. But you tell me what means most important to you. To me, it's value. So that's it. And give me your thoughts on what game gives you great value and stuff like that. So yeah, peace.